When your child is upset, it can be hard to know how to respond. We've all been there, a crying toddler, a frustrated teen, or a child in a full-blown meltdown. But did you know that the way you react in those moments can shape your child's emotional future? Shocking as it may sound, research shows that the way you handle your child's distress can influence their ability to manage stress, build relationships, and even their overall happiness. In fact, a study from the University of Washington found that children whose parents respond with empathy are less likely to develop anxiety or depression later in life. So, why does this matter? It's because every reaction, whether it's calm or harsh, leaves a lasting imprint on your child's brain. If you respond with patience, your child learns to regulate their emotions. If you react with frustration, they might grow up feeling misunderstood or anxious. The good news is, we can change the way we respond, and by doing so, we can strengthen our bond with our children in ways we never imagined. In the chapters ahead, we'll explore powerful strategies that will not only help you handle your child's distress better but also create a deeper, more meaningful connection with them. From learning how a simple pause can transform your response to discovering the emotional first aid that children truly need, we'll give you the tools to become the parent you've always wanted to be. Stay with us to unlock the secrets that can make all the difference. Chapter 1. The Power of Pause. Why your first response matters. When your child is distressed, your initial response is crucial. Research shows that taking a moment to pause before reacting can reduce emotional escalation in both parents and kids. Dr. John Gottman, a psychologist, calls this the pause and process technique. It's about recognizing your own feelings first, so you can respond thoughtfully. Parents often react quickly when their child is upset, but this rush can lead to regret later. A pause gives you time to decide whether to react out of anger or compassion. Studies show that parents who practice this technique tend to have more positive, calm interactions with their children. Children are more likely to calm down if their parents are emotionally regulated. The pause doesn't have to be long. Even a few seconds can create a shift in how the situation plays out. This brief moment can turn a potential conflict into a bonding opportunity. It's like pressing the reset button for your emotions. This strategy also teaches children the power of self-regulation. They learn that it's okay to pause and think before responding to intense feelings. As parents, when we model emotional control, we help our children build it too. Chapter 2. Emotional First Aid. Tending to a child's heart, not just their cry. Children don't always express distress in a way that's easy to understand. Their tears or tantrums often signal deeper emotional needs, not just physical discomfort. Dr. Daniel Siegel, a renowned neuropsychiatrist, calls this the right brain communication, where emotions are expressed before words can capture them. When a child cries, it's their way of saying, "I need something more than just a fix." By offering emotional validation, you're telling your child their feelings are heard and important. Parents who acknowledge their child's emotions strengthen the parent-child bond. In fact, studies show that emotionally responsive parenting leads to better emotional regulation in children. When children feel their emotions are accepted, they learn to process their feelings in a healthy way. Simply saying, "I see you're upset, let's talk about it," can soothe a child more than immediately offering a solution. The key is listening and connecting before trying to fix the issue. Emotional first aid isn't about offering quick fixes, it's about offering comfort and empathy. Children who feel emotionally understood are more likely to feel secure in their relationship with their parents. This sense of security helps them navigate the world with more confidence and resilience. Chapter 3. Empathy over judgment. Transforming anger into connection in moments of distress. It's easy for a parent to feel frustrated or even angry. However, turning these feelings into empathy can transform the situation. Instead of focusing on the child's behavior as wrong, try seeing it as a cry for help. This shift in perspective can lead to better outcomes. Research by Dr. Kristen Neff shows that self-compassion can reduce parental stress, which in turn makes parents more empathetic. When you respond with empathy, you teach your child how to manage their own feelings. Anger often comes from feeling helpless or out of control. But when parents replace anger with understanding, it creates space for connection rather than conflict. You can say things like, "I know you're upset, but I want to understand what's going on." This allows the child to express themselves freely. Empathy doesn't mean letting bad behavior slide. It means seeing the bigger picture and offering a solution that fosters understanding. Parents who practice empathy tend to have children who are more emotionally intelligent. Kids learn how to respond to distress in healthier ways when they see their parents handle their emotions with care. If you're finding these tips helpful, be sure to subscribe for more parenting strategies and insights. You won't want to miss the next chapter. Chapter 4. The Mirror Effect. How our emotional reactions shape their world. Have you ever noticed that children tend to mirror your emotional state? It's not just a coincidence. Kids are incredibly attuned to their parents' emotions, even from a young age. According to research, children's brains are wired to pick up on emotional cues from their caregivers. When you respond to distress with calmness, your child feels safe and secure. But when you react with frustration, your child might mirror that anxiety. This is called emotional contagion. It happens because the brain's mirror neurons allow children to reflect the emotional state of their caregivers. The more positive and composed your emotional response is, the more likely your child will feel calm and supported. Dr. Mary Ainsworth, a pioneer in attachment theory, found that children's emotional well-being directly depends on the security of their attachment to their caregivers. By responding with emotional control, you're teaching your child emotional resilience. This mirror effect is one of the most powerful tools in parenting. Children are more likely to adopt positive emotional behaviors when they see their parents manage their emotions well. And when a child feels emotionally supported, they tend to develop higher levels of self-esteem and better social skills. Chapter 5. Beyond the Scream. The hidden language of a child's distress. Children often express distress in ways that aren't immediately obvious. The screaming or acting out is just the surface. Beneath that is a deeper need for attention, understanding, or connection. Dr. Stanley Greenspan, a child development expert, says that children use gestures, facial expressions, and body movements to communicate emotions that they can't yet articulate. Understanding this hidden language allows parents to respond in ways that truly address their child's emotional needs. For example, a child who throws a tantrum may not be mad at you, they may feel overwhelmed or uncertain. Instead of simply stopping the tantrum, you can validate their feelings by saying, "I see you're really upset right now, let's take a deep breath together." This helps the child feel understood. Kids who are consistently validated tend to have stronger emotional intelligence. Research has found that children whose emotional expressions are acknowledged early on develop better coping skills as they grow. By looking beyond the surface behavior, you can uncover the real emotions that need addressing. Over time, this approach helps children develop a healthier way to communicate their feelings without resorting to extreme actions. Chapter 6. Breaking the Cycle. Responding differently to change the narrative. Parenting patterns often repeat across generations, and it's easy to fall into familiar ways of responding to a child's distress. But what if the way you were parented isn't the way you want to parent? Breaking the cycle of reactive responses can change the entire narrative of your family dynamics. Dr. Patricia Crittenden, a leading researcher in attachment theory, emphasizes that parenting isn't about what happens in the moment, it's about the patterns that develop over time. If you were raised with harsh reactions to distress, it might feel natural to react the same way. But by consciously choosing a different path, by responding with calmness, empathy, and understanding, you can model healthier behaviors for your child. This not only strengthens your relationship but also helps your child create a different emotional blueprint. Parenting consciously means being aware of your triggers and deciding to respond thoughtfully rather than react automatically. By doing this, you provide your child with the opportunity to learn emotional resilience in a supportive environment. It may take time, but the impact on both you and your child can be life-changing. You don't have to repeat the past. Every new response offers a chance to rewrite the emotional narrative in your family. If you've enjoyed these strategies, make sure to subscribe for more tips on building stronger relationships with your children. Together, we can make parenting more intentional and rewarding.